Hey, today I want to talk to you about how we sell properties here. And the key component to how we sell properties here is that whatever level you're at, I don't care if you're doing one deal a month, if you're doing one deal a year, or if you're cranking out 50 deals on a monthly basis, I think our process needs to be emulated to a certain degree. Don't think you have to replicate it, but just think about how we do it and see what pieces of this process you can take and utilize in your own model. So here's how we do it here when we're selling our properties. Channel number one is what we call our right of first refusal. These are people that already have earnest money down with us. We pretty much know what they're looking for. They know what they're looking for. And because they have earnest money down with us, they have the first right of refusal on their deals. If it misses that channel, and if nobody at that level wants it, we then go to what we call the phone call channel. That's when our salespeople, who actually know many of the investors and know what they're looking for, we're able to match up these properties. So it's kind of like, hey, I got this property and so, and so we go through the phones. If we get beyond that point, then we actually go to our whole investor database. This is an investor database that obviously at this point, at this level, spans the globe. We have thousands of investors that are looking to buy deals from us, so we get it out to them. If at a point in time, and usually we do about a 48 to a 72-hour cycle there, if it does not sell through the internal database, we then have real estate agents that we give our properties to, and the key about them is they expose it literally to millions of people across the world. Here's the point. What we do here is we start small and narrow, and we expand out. And at the final channel, at the real estate agent channel, if you think about it, that's the ultimate channel. I mean, when the whole world sees a property and they don't want to buy it, what that tells us internally here is that we're probably into the deal wrong. We got to do something to make the deal right. So we take it through the process. This process, although it has about 4 or 5 steps in it, usually gets done within about 4 to 5 day time cycle. So we have very quick response rate. And are we doing the right deal? Are we doing the wrong deal? What do we got to do? Here's my point to you. Almost every single piece of these steps you can replicate yourself. Again, it doesn't matter how many deals you're doing, but everybody here could build an investor database, okay? Everybody can get connected to a local agent to expose their properties to the world. Everybody can pick up the phone and call investors. So here's the key. Be dynamic in your business. Don't just do things one way, and if it doesn't work, you shut it down. You know, so many investors, they have this one channel that they move their properties through. It could be they work with other wholesalers, and if other wholesalers can't flip the deal, well, it's a dead deal. It could be an internal database. And, I talk to so many investors that, we'll talk about, well, what are you doing to move your deals? Well, I got 100 investors on my database and I run my deals through them. Well, what happens if they don't buy it? Well, then it's just not a deal I could do. Think outside the box. Every step in the process of this business needs to be a dynamic step. Bottom line is this: do not take no for an answer. And so what we do by having several channels and having several layers for marketing, we don't take no for an answer. We start out by exposing something to very few. We ultimately end up by exposing something to literally millions across the world. Be dynamic, be smart. At every step of the way, don't take no for an answer. Always think if something doesn't work in a process or in the way you're doing it, what else can you add on? What other layer can you add on there? So instead of going backwards, what those other layers allow you to do is they allow you to drive the process forward. That's what you got to do every step of the way. Listen, guys, you know what we do here. We do deals. We do a ton of deals. And there's 2 things that we love to have relationships with. Number one, we have a very, very extensive coaching and mentoring program. All the way from beginner investors to extremely advanced investors that actually work with us, and we help them replicate this type of a model. So if you need to have more information about that, by now you should see my email scrolling across the screen. Hey, send me an email. Tell me where you're at with this business. Tell me what your goals are. And most importantly, tell me where you want to get in this business. The second thing we do is we obviously do a ton of deals in a Georgia market. So if you're an investor and you're looking to buy real estate in the Georgia market, we feel like we got the best deals out there. They're both equity driven, they're cash flow driven. And so if you want to be in our database, if you want to be part of this process that I just explained to you, just send me an email again to my email and just say, I want to be added to your database, and we'd love to do a bunch of deals with you. Hey, I hope that helps. Be dynamic, never take no for an answer. Bye-bye.